Hey everybody, welcome back. As I promised, I'm going to follow up on the Weizenbier, which we did before my stumble, and you'll see I'm now wearing a sling, but see how careful I am? I'm not going to do anything to screw things up, I trust myself. I only have 4 more days of wearing a sling anyway, so no big deal. But anyway, we did this January 15th, I believe. Brewer's Best says it's an easy drinking summertime classic with a clean finish. And I did follow up on one of my previous videos where I brewed this back 10 years ago. And I was right, it's not WB06 that was used way back when in the kit. I'm not sure what it was because unfortunately I didn't say what it was, but I could tell from the package it wasn't WB06, so it was something else. I want to say Nottingham for some reason, but I don't know for sure. But anyway, I thought we'd come back. We talked about this a little bit. Very easy beer to brew. If you go back 2 videos, you'll see the whole process. Takes about an hour and a half from start to finish. Really good beer. And boy, it was hard to believe when I went back 10 years. I think that I paid $26 delivered for the kit. It was considerably more than that this time. I think I was around 40. See, Eve is up to no good down there. Anyway, let's pour it. See, be careful. It has a very nice head, and it's a very kind of a caramel colored head, and definitely can smell kind of the caramel in there. And this is, again, it's a wheat beer. The interesting thing too that I noticed from the very first time I brewed it, before the kit had 2 bottles of liquid malt extract. This time it was one jar of liquid malt extract and then some powdered extract. So they've really changed up their formula a bit. Let's give it a shot. Cheers. It's every bit as good as it was originally. It's slightly different, but not noticeably different. And I would say if I was going to lay any claim to why that is, it may be the yeast. As you can see, it's still amber colored. It's not as dark as my recollection of the original, but it's a very good beer, carbonated well. Has a really good flavor to it, of kind of a sweetness afterwards, a very caramel kind of flavoring on the back end with a really nice finish to it. I don't know that I would call it a real light-bodied beer. It's probably, to me, it's more of a medium-bodied beer. Still really good. Come here, baby. Someone can't control themselves. So, anyway, well worth brewing. I know 10 years ago I said this would be a great beer to introduce people to. I don't think that's the case. I'm not saying you couldn't, but usually when people are starting out and they come over and they want a home brew, this might be just a little too different to start them out on. Get them started on something milder like a blonde ale, or maybe a Kolsch, something that doesn't have as much flavor. And by the time you get them through 2 of those, get them on this, and they'll love it. So anyway, that's kind of it in a nutshell. I like this beer, and if I were doing kit beers still, I would probably have a supply of this on hand, because anyone that's come over and tried this has always fallen in love with it. It is a really good beer. And I may try and replicate this in an all grain next year, because obviously with the arm I'm kind of out of commission right now for, I'll finish up what I've got with help from friends, but as far as like really kind of pushing here, we're in the envelope now where we're coming towards the end of March. We get into April, I can still brew with the pool being cold, using that water as my chiller. I get into May, and man, I'll tell you what, the second week in May down here, forget it. You know, that pool water is going to be warm. I'll fight with it to chill down the wort. So I really think for the most part, I'm going to do 2 batches of Kolsch, And then we have a trip planned in the fall to go up to Wisconsin. I'll probably hit Northern Brewer up there and pick up some ingredients. And then I will come back in the fall, and I'll be back in the meantime because there'll be some stuff to talk about. But I'll do the pumpkin ale when we get back towards the end of the fall, when the water starts to cool down enough where I feel that I can brew it and have some success at chilling things. So anyway, until we get together again, thanks a lot for watching. Appreciate it. Have a great week. Cheers. This has been a Matty Boy presentation. Say bye-bye, Matty.
Bye-bye.